There's nothing more annoying as a delivery driver than getting to your merchant or getting to your restaurant, your supermarket, and them giving you sometimes really limited information as to what's going on, and you're having to wait and you're losing money all the time you're waiting. So within the union, we've been working really hard to push for Deliveroo to do something about this. So starting soon, off the back of us sending them loads of research and having lots of meetings with them, they are going to start piloting a scheme where you will begin to be paid for excessive waiting time. So how is this going to work? Well, initially, the pilot is going to be paying a rate of $12.30 an hour for the time that you wait between the 10th minute and the 30th minute. So, for example, if you waited 15 minutes, you would be paid for 5 minutes of this, which would be £1.03. So basically, the first 10 minutes you wait for free, but then anything between 10 minutes and half an hour you get paid for. So as said before, the rate for the payment would be the equivalent of $12.30 an hour, which works out at 20.5 pence per minute. As far as I know, this is going to be rounded up to the nearest penny. How is this going to be calculated? So, how are they going to track it? They are going to track it using the NFC on your device. So when you tap on the little green square, say that you've arrived at the restaurant or where you mark yourself as arrived, that's when the timer starts. Now, a lot of people I know will be thinking, well, the restaurants will just mark the order is ready and then they'll stop the timer, the same way that Just Eat seems to work. But this is something that we crucially communicate with Deliveroo that we did not want to be part of it. So, for the pilot at least, they are going to use the metric of when we scan the order and accept it as the stop point. So, you're going to be paid for the waiting time between the time where they know that you're at the restaurant, so you scanned in, until the time where you are telling them that you have received the order. And I feel like this is crucial that we've managed to get this implemented into it because, as you well know, if you work for Just Eat as well, the Just Eat wait and pay system is completely broken. This will hopefully create a bit more of a transparent way of working out what your waiting fee should have been. So it'll be easy as well to check what your waiting time is by going onto the app, clicking on the question mark and going to excessive waiting time screen, where it's got a timer as well, so you'll know when you're beginning to be paid for waiting time. So as I said, this is a pilot, so to begin with, the waiting time will only be paid in the addition sites and the shop sites that Deliveroo have as well, the hop sites. Hopefully what will happen is that they will see, from their point of view, that they want riders to wait if there is a wait, so that there's less of a delay for customers. They don't want people them having to send multiple riders. That's their side of it. Hopefully as well, what will happen is that the merchants will start to speed up because nobody wants to pay for waiting time. So hopefully this will be a win-win thing. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how it irons out. Obviously, as I said, to begin with the pilot, they're going to be looking for us to give them accurate information. So please, if you're working at one of these edition sites or the hop sites, make sure that you are marking yourself in the correct way. I know the temptation will be there to, if you've been waiting for 20 minutes for some people to maybe make that last a little bit longer, but obviously we want to make sure this is a successful pilot, so it's rolled out for the whole nation. I know it's not it's not a game changer, so to speak, but I know quite a lot of the times I will generally wait 5-10 minutes if I feel there's a chance of it being ready. And I think it does send a good signal that they are starting to value our time a little bit more. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. I personally think, any payments that are coming towards us drivers, couriers, riders, that we're not getting at the moment is indeed really, really positive. This is not something that would have happened without us tirelessly working to get some kind of reward for people having to wait. Because we all know that, the way that fees are calculated is completely broken and doesn't take into account waiting. Just want to touch on the 10-minute free period, the period where we're waiting without any payment. We, as the reps of the union, weren't particularly happy about this. We personally wanted it to be more like 7 minutes. We felt like that was a more appropriate time. But for a pilot, at least the company wants to stick to 10 minutes because they're pretty much ready to go with this. And another thing we have pushed for but been unsuccessful so far is to have a payment for time waited at the customer. But that's another battle for another day. But hopefully you guys will see that, we are trying our best to get some kind of results for you. And I can tell you this has been a long time coming. We've presented a lot of data and a lot of information to the company about where orders just aren't paying correctly, and this is them starting to take some tentative first steps into correcting the issue, I believe. Hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I shall catch you in the next video. Cheers, bye.